friends, so exam is getting closer. All you need to do is at this point of time you have to do a multiple times of revising rather than studying new concept, particularly the current affairs. So to start with today's news, goods exports grew. So this is about the trade performance. This comes under GS3 capital market. You need to understand the basic for prelims, that is what is trade deficit. Deficit means something which is negative. When a country's import is surpasses its exports, which means import is high and export is low in a particular year, then it is said to be a trade deficit. Then the balance of trade, that is balance of trade means import minus export, that balance of trade will be the negative. That is a other phrase of trade deficit. Trade deficit means amount of international trade takes place between countries throughout the world. So, still, whatever said and done, imports from Russia grow highest on a year, while India only had imports worth 9.87 billion from Russia. The number in the financial year 21, it is just 9.87 billion, but in financial year 22, it rise to 46.33 billion. Okay. Then its share in India import also see as a boom rising, that is 6.49 percentage have been increased. India has been buying a discounted crude oil from Russia. So the Asian giant relies on imports for nearly 85% of its need. Then in gold on an import decline, petroleum crude that seems to rise. So imports for gold have been declined. Other products like medicinal pharmaceuticals products, pills, that as well as pulses, that also declined. So imports of petroleum crude products that have been raised. Okay, and coal, coke, transport equipment, briquettes that have been also raised. So export of petroleum product also rises. The exports of petroleum that have been raised, and other product like electronic goods, rise, organic, inorganic chemicals, drugs, that export have been also raised. So the marginal decline was registered in the export in engineering goods, cotton, iron, etc. So the next news is rules for recognition as a national party. Very important. This comes under GST election. Remember, this is very basic for you, for even for prelims as well as for mains. When will the political party will get registered in India? So actually this comes under the rule of section 29A of RP Act. So you have RPA mains. Okay. So a party seeking registration under the said section has to submit an application with the election commission within a period of 30 days from the date of its formation. Okay. So that guidelines will be prescribed by Election Commission of India according to Article 324 and according to Section 29A, the guidelines will be prescribed. So what is the eligibility? It must secure at least 6% of valid vote in any 4 or more state at a general election or at an assembly election. In addition to that, it wins at least 4 seats in the House of People from any states. It should win at least 2% of seat in the House of People, and that members are elected from at least 3 different states. These are the important category. If to be eligible as a state political party, it should secure at least 6% of valid votes in a general election, either at the House of People or at the Assembly. It wins at least 2 seats in the Assembly in the state concerned. Should win at least 3% of total number of seats in the Assembly, or at least 3 seats in the Assembly, whichever is more. Okay, then if a party is recognized as a national party or state party, then it is entitled for exclusive allotment of the symbol, number 1 benefit. Then they have 2 sets for electoral roll of free of cost they can get from the election commission. during the general election. They can broadcast in Akashvani or Doordarshan, and also they can nominate star campaigners, and the travel expenses of star campaigners are not to be accounted in the election expenses. So these are the benefit. Next is dabba trading. So how it affect the economy? So this comes under GS3 economy. Dabba trading is as the stock market has gained popularity over the 3 years. Historically, there will be more returns, whatever it is, it depends on the investors. Sometimes investors will take a different alternate route for investing in stocks. That the one kind of alternate route is called dabba trading, which is a parallel system. So what the investors will do, they will buy and sell stock outside the stock exchange. That is why it is called a parallel system, and that is why it is illegal. Dabba trading is illegal. That is actually a proxy market. What the investors will do, they will open just a demat account within a broker to buy and sell stocks. But in bucket trading, all translation will happen outside the market guidelines. It is profitable only because there are no governing rules and regulations. All things will be settled in cash. Since it is illegal, there is no IT on profit, and there is the traders will not pay CTT, that is commodity transaction tax or security transaction tax. SEBI has taken many steps to curb this trading, but still it have been happening. Okay, if you have any doubts related to current affairs, feel free to contact this number. Thank you. Have a great day.